What's up? What's up? Andy Drifter here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. I've added some new pieces to my collection, so I'm going to share them with you now. But before I do, make sure to hit like and subscribe to my channel. The first thing that I got for you is a 2015 Topps Tribute autograph card of Luis Gonzalez. Gonzo was a slugger who started off his career with the Astros. He also played for the Cubs. But he'll forever be known for his days with the Diamondbacks. Those were the years where he had his best years. He will always be known for that iconic bloop single to win the 2001 World Series. That's probably the only time where almost everybody in the country was rooting for the Yankees to win the World Series. This was the first major sporting event after 9/11. The D-backs took it to Game 7, and Gonzo drove in the game-winning hit. 354 career home runs, over 25 career hits, and he almost had 600 career doubles. His best year was in 2001. He put up an amazing stat line of a .325 batting average, 57 home runs, and 142 RBIs. I believe he had an OPS of 1.117. Absolutely sick numbers. In any other season, those numbers would have been good enough to win an MVP, most likely a unanimous MVP. Excuse me, but that season he finished third in the MVP voting. Barry Bonds won it with his 73 home runs. Sammy Sosa was a runner-up. He had 64 home runs. Gonzo, he has never tested positive for steroids. He has vehemently denied using steroids, but you will never convince me that he did not use steroids leading up to that year. Ironically enough, prior to that season, he never hit more than 31 home runs. He had 130 home run season. It was in 2000. That year, he hit 57. It was a contract year, and he parlayed those numbers into a 3-year extension for $30 million with the D-backs. And then after that, he never hit more than 28 home runs. Needless to say, he was a great player. Seems like a great guy. I'm lucky enough to have this nice looking card, and I added it to my collection. So there it is. That's the first thing that I got for you. Next up is a 2018 Donruss Optic Fantasy Stars Purple variant of LeBron James. As you can see, this is a PSA 10. To my knowledge, there's only, I think, either 10 or 12 PSA 10s of this card. So that's pretty cool. LeBron, he needs 1,300 and some odd points to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time point record. Assuming he stays healthy, you can take it to the bank that he is going to accomplish that. And when that happens, there will be a nice little uptick in the value of LeBron cards, but most likely I will hang on to this one. This here is a signed 8x10 of Bartolo Colon, a.k.a. Big Sexy. This was an in-person auto that I got a few days ago at the Chantilly, Virginia show. Colon, 247 career wins, over 2,500 career strikeouts. He pitched for 11 teams over 21 seasons. His last year pitching in the big leagues was in 2018 for the Rangers. I think it was either 2018 or 2019. There were some rumors earlier in the year that he was going to make a comeback at age 49, but in August, he formally announced his retirement. One hell of a career. He was a fan favorite. And for a guy his size, he was quite athletic. Let's talk about his Hall of Fame candidacy. I think his numbers are going to fall short. But he was a fan favorite, so he might get that minimum 5% to stay on the ballot for a year or two. If you get the chance, going over to my short section where I show footage of him signing this, among other items. If you look on the lower left-hand corner, this is certified by Beckett. Hello, Newman. You are looking at a Funko Pop of the scheming yet merry mail carrier on Seinfeld, Newman. Best friend of Kramer, arch nemesis of Jerry. Wayne Knight, who played Newman, is one of the few Seinfeld alumni who does autograph signings, so hopefully at some point I will be able to get him to sign this. I also got this mini Lego set, 53 pieces, from the hit movie Frozen. Maybe I'll hang on to this. Maybe I'll give it away to a child at Christmas time. I got another in-person autograph to share with you. This is a signed wooden placard by Colts running back and quasi-wide receiver Nyheim Hines. I got him to sign this in white deco paint pen. It turned out very nice. The Colts at the moment are 3-1. I know they've had their struggles, but they are still very much in the race for the lead in the AFC South. Hines is in his 5th season with Indy. He did not play last week due to a concussion suffered the week before, but he should be ready to go in Week 8 this Sunday against Washington. I know Jonathan Taylor, he is the Colts' bell cow, but Hines, he is a nice alternative. And like I said before, he also moonlights as a wide receiver, so he is a dual threat. A man who is considered royalty in the great city of St. Louis, Ozzie Smith. This is the final in-person auto that I'm going to share with you in this video. 13-time Gold Glove winner, 15-time All-Star, World Series champion. The guy is one of the best defensive shortstops of all time. He had almost 600 career stolen bases. Not so effective with the bat. However, in '87, he did finish runner-up in the NL MVP voting. He posted career highs in batting average with a .303, 182 hits, 40 doubles, and over 40 stolen bases. One of the nicest guys you want to meet. He does autograph signings fairly frequently, but I got him to sign this card. It turned out very nice, as you can see. And I'll flip it over. It is authenticated by Beckett. Not really a new acquisition here. I had this in my car. I kind of forgot about it, and I just dug it up. This is a bobblehead of MCDC Motor City Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. This was a giveaway in Week 1 of the NFL season at Ford Field when the Lions hosted my Philadelphia Eagles. Prior to becoming the head coach, he was a tight end from '99 to 2008. He played for the Giants, the Lions, and the Cowboys. During his career, he caught for just under 1,000 yards. He was anointed the head coach of Detroit prior to the 2021 season, and since then, his career record is 4-18-1. A lot of those losses were by 10 points or less. Detroit loves MCDC. They love his grit, his attitude, but grit and attitude only go so far. You got to get them dubs, and Detroit has been struggling. They are in last place in the NFC North. I don't know how much longer he's going to last. You know, when the team is flailing, it's always the head coach that's the first to go, even though he may not be the reason why the team has had struggles. I don't know, but nice little bobblehead. I got a few of them. Something cool to add to my collection. This card here is signed by one of the goats of the culinary industry, Daniel Boulud. He is the reigning best restaurateur of the world, a title he hopes to hang on to for quite some time. It is well earned. His flagship restaurant in New York City, Daniel, is a huge attraction. A strict dress code is required to eat there. I've never eaten there. I don't really eat out. Well, not at restaurants anyway. When I saw this card, this was an absolute beauty that I had to have. The seller was asking $150. I was able to talk him down to $115. Beautiful red ink. He's got a great looking signature. This is one of those signed, framed mini cards by Allen and Ginter. Again, I'm always looking to diversify my collection, and this is just one way that I did it. So, that is it for this video. I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch. I may post again later on tonight. If I don't, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again for watching, and have a good night.